Hi friends, welcome to Amazon Web Services. In this video, we are going to discuss Route 53. So this Route 53 lecture is very important, especially load balancer, Route 53 and auto scaling. These three combinations are very good idea.
Okay, what is Route 53? So the first very important point, 53. 53 is a DNS port number. DNS port number 53. So that's why it is what Route 53. Route 53 means it's mapping IP address to names and names to IP address. Very simple way. Generally, what is DNS? DNS is a one network service. It is responsible to translates human readable names to IP address and IP address to human readable names. So generally, DNS playing very critical role in network environment. So worldwide nowadays, everyone can access the websites with human readable names only, like Facebook.com, Gmail.com, Yahoo.com, like that. But in the backend, DNS translates IP address to names and names to IP address. But in that case, what is the Route 53 responsibility? Amazon Route 53 provides highly available and scalable domain name system, domain name registration, and health checking web services. So Route 53 offers domain name management, domain name registrations, and health checking of your domain names. Okay, you have any domain name? Route 53 offers highly available and scalable management. Okay, I have a one business. My business name is what? myproducts.com. Okay, my website name is myproducts.com. We have a one business. In the business website, my products. But unexpectedly, maybe my products domain is what down, backend server problem or something like it is. But if you attach your domain with Route 53, then it maintain with highly available and scalable systems. It maintains high scalable and a high available. So that is Route 53. Even that Route 53 verifies your domain health also. So that's why it is about health checking. But Route 53 is commonly used with an ELB to direct traffic from the domain to the Elastic Load Balancer. So yesterday we created application load balancer, classic load balancers, even load balancer concept. But every load balancer responsibility is the what? It distributes incoming traffic to multiple EC2 servers. So overall Route 53 offers application availability. But that Route 53 offers very large URL names, but that URL names are not correct in the business level. Then how can you map that large URL names with what? Simple URL names. So then we can use the what? Route 53, because Route 53 even manage domain management. In case you don't have any domain, even you book the what domain under the what? Amazon Route 53 session. So that's why what are the key features of Route 53? Domain name registration, domain name system service, even health checking, and a traffic flow. And a traffic flow. It's control traffic, it's verifying health checking, and it maintain any existing domains. In case you don't have any domain, even it will register the what domain. So hosted zones. A hosted zone stores DNS records for your domain. So that means hosted zone is your domain name. Basically, it contains all the rules that tells Route 53 what do to with DNS request. Okay, in that case, everyone must understand some record sets. Record sets. But what is the record sets? Later I will tell you. But there are both public and private hosted zones. So means Route 53 offers public URLs and private URLs also. So private URLs means you can access the what over the Bastion host only. And that is internal hosted zones. External means you can access open internet access. And zones comes with pre-populated with name server and SOAS record sets. But everyone must understand first record sets. So now in that case, if you hosted your domain name with Route 53, by default, it pop up some record sets. But every record set is responsible to maintain some features. For example, if you add record set A, point a domain to an IPv4 address. That means your domain already running with IPv4 section, then we can use address record A. In case you are using IPv6 version, then we can use 4S. And CNAME means canonical name. So you want to add alias names of your domains, then we can use CNAME. MX means mail exchange record, that is used for emails. NS means name server record, so that is also another name of your domain. And PTR pointer record, that is reverse DNS records, opposite of address with A. So this address here means it maintains domain name to IP address, but PTR maintains IP address to domain. That is reverse. SOA means start of authority, and TTL means time to live. So these are the what domain record sets. But every record set playing critical role in the environment. But routing policy is also important. But I will tell you one by one policy later. First important thing, simple routing policy. And before simple routing policy, how to register the domains, how to add the domain names, and where to add the domain names, I will tell you. Okay, so we have already four instances and two target groups. That is two load balancers. Same thing in the last array, load balancer. So for example, my application load balancer, try to access it. Right, perfectly working. Welcome to Azure, welcome to AWS. So means how to map these large URL names with single URL name. Okay, but you want to take Route 53 practicals, everyone must have the what? One domain. So already I have a domain. For example, first Route 53. In the Route 53, see that DNS management, traffic management, domain registration, available monitoring. So that is health checks. But okay, sir, how to register domain names? So nowadays, maybe you saw that in advertisements on the TV. So that was GoDaddy. So every day people are advertised in the social sites. You have a business, you want to expand your business in the worldwide. So just book a domain and hosted the what website in the what GoDaddy. We are offering very less prices for hosting. So like lot of advertisements in the TVs, like social sites, GoDaddy. So GoDaddy peoples are offering same thing like, so means domain, you have any business, book a domain and expand your business in the worldwide. So now how to book a domain? Here is the what, even Amazon also offers domain registrations. Okay, sir, I have a domain. I want one domain like myproduct.com. So check that product, that domain is available or not. So now myproduct.com domain is unavailable, but find myproduct.net, find myproduct.com is available. But 1 year price is the what, $12. So now you want to register your domain, just find your domain, means the domain is available or not. In case domain available, then add to cart and buy it the what domain. So this is one way. Otherwise, go for GoDaddy and search your domain. So now in that case, .in domains are 149 rupees, .com domains are what, 1499 plus GST. So now I want a domain, like domain name search. Okay, my domain name is myaccess.com. For example, I need this domain, myaccess.com. So myaccess.com is what, taken already. So domain not available. But what kind of domains are available? mtaccess.in, mtaccess.com, mtaccess.com. This is the what, domain price. So now GoDaddy running the what, low prices. So that is just add to cart, and maybe they will add the what, GST tax and everything. So same thing, I have a domain already. So in my account, just log in my domain. Okay, so this is my domain. My domain name is rapidcloud.in. My domain name is rapidcloud.in. So right now this domain is not available publicly. See that, rapidcloud.in. So only advertising is there. A domain this good deserves a website. Start for free. So means just I registered domain only in the GoDaddy. Okay. So now that is rapidcloud.in. But I want to attach this domain name of my Route 53 large URLs. So everyone can access now Elastic Load Balancer with large URL names. But I want to access the what, same websites with rapidcloud.in. Then how to route this large URL to what, your rapidcloud.in. So that's why in the Route 53 section, domain management section, see here, DNS management, create first hosted zone. So hosted zone means your domain name. What is my domain name? Rapidcloud.in. Rapidcloud.in. Description no need, but the hosted zone type is public hosted zone, not private hosted zone. Then create hosted zone. Just add a domain name only. So now the domain name successfully added. What is the domain name? Rapidcloud.in. But by default, NS name server and start of authority record sets are added. Okay. Then how to create a record sets? Okay. How to create a record set? Here, create record set option. And before creating record sets, you must add your name servers with your domain registration website. So who offering my website? That is GoDaddy. So in the GoDaddy, see that in the GoDaddy, under DNS management, name servers are there. But once you register your domain name under the what, Route 53, By default, it's pop up four name servers. See that this is one name server, this is one name server, this is one name server, and this is one name server. So by default, it pop up four name servers. So these name servers added to your domain provider website. So now this is my domain provider. So I want to change my name servers, but by default, under the Route 53, two name servers. I want to change my name servers. So now in that case, enter my own name servers. Here is the what advanced option. Enter my own name servers. What are the name servers? First, this is my name server. Copy and paste it. And also my second name server. And add another name server. And add another name server, four name servers by default. Don't copy paste of the what data. So in case you copied dot also like this, and please erase the word data. So because name servers doesn't consider dots. Okay. So now successfully added four name servers. Then save it. Okay. So now name servers are not updated, and please refresh the word page. So now my four name servers are successfully updated. So that is the first step. Please add your domain. Once you register domain, by default, it's pop up the word four name servers. These four name servers added to your domain provider website. Okay. In case your domain is registered under the Route 53, no need to add it. But your domain is running under the what third party websites, you must add the what these four name servers to your provider website, domain provider website. That is the first thing. So now what are the policies under routing? Now see that. Actually, the first one is simple routing policy. So now this is the what simple routing policy. I will explain the what all policies. First one is simple routing policy. That is route all traffic to one endpoint. So actually in the last session, there is no Route 53, for example. What is the users directly attack to what load balancer, that load balancer distribute traffic to what multiple instances, but this load balancer offers one address record, that is large URL. So over the URL everyone can access the what these two instances resources, that is these two instances application servers. But now one more mediator, that is called what between users and load balancer, that is Route 53. What is the Route 53 responsibility? So this Route 53 offers simple URL name. So actually this one offers large URL name, but end user highly impossible to access the word that URLs like my application load balancer -123 abca dot amazon dot co dot in like that. That is not business domain. So how to integrate that large URL to what your simple name, that is my domain name. So I want to access these two servers with rapidcloud.in. So then Route 53 offers the word mapping IP to name, name to IP address. Now end users easily to access, okay, rapidcloud.in, then access the what these two URLs. So now how to create this traffic, that is simple routing policy. So first create record set. here same page, create record. So the first one is simple routing. Next, then configure records. So in that case, define simple record, that is record name www.rapidcloud.in, www.rapidcloud.in. So means end user access www.rapidcloud.in. Then choose your endpoint. So this domain name mapping with what URL? Actually, we have some records. So what are the alias name records? VPC endpoint alias names. Okay. So then the address record is the what? Okay. So the record set type is A, and choose endpoint is, where is the load balancer? Alias to this. Okay, fine. Just 1 minute. Okay, under the region, IP address record type. Okay. Alias to another record set in the hosted. Okay. Not found. And then, okay, alias to application and elastic load balancers. So that URLs are under Virginia region. So now fine. So now I want to access www.rapidcloud.in. That is the domain name, but the backend alias is the what? Application or classic load balancer URLs. So here two URLs are highlighted. So what are the two URLs? My classic elastic load balancer, my application elastic load balancer. Okay, I selected my application elastic load balancer. Then what is meaning? So no need to type in the URL my application load balancer dual stack, my application load 4024 US East 1 ELB, like that. So instead of this URL, the end user access www.rapidcloud.in, because it's mapping the DNS mapping this name to what? This URL. So that's why alias to this name is original. So this name alias name is what? www.rapidcloud.in. That is the thing. Okay, so now which record type is recommended? A. That is called what? This URL running with what? IPv4 only. In case this URL running with IPv6, 4 years are recommended. These are the what? Record sets, A and 4 years. But this is IPv4 section. That's why A is the what? Record set. So you know that A is the meaning is what? That is point to domain, point a domain to an IPv4 address. Okay, so now define simple record and find create record set. Okay, so now record successfully created. That is called what? www.rapidcloud.in The record set type is the what A, and simple routing policy is the what simple. That alias name is yes. This name alias, this URL alias name is www.rapidcloud.in. So now type it in the URL www.rapidcloud.in. Maybe you able to see that welcome to Azure, welcome to AWS web pages. Type it everyone, www.rapidcloud.in in the URLs. Try to access. Just tell me. I think you access the what? Welcome to AWS, welcome to Azure pages. Type it www.rapidcloud.in. So what web page you visited? Please confirm everyone. Just type it www. Right, welcome to AWS or welcome to Azure page. Correct. So that is the called DNS responsibility. So not only here, in the worldwide, all business domains running like this. Okay, so the backend, the people's maintains load balancer, that is high availability purpose, but every load balancer offers large URL names only, but that URLs mapping with what? The simple domain names. So for example, how to find it, that large URLs means, okay, if you go for any command prompt, okay, I will open the word PowerShell for example. If I, how to find that, ns lookup is the command, space, I want to find www.facebook.com, for example, facebook.com. See that actually the Facebook running with what? 69.171.250.35, but this is the what original names, but that load balancer name is star-mini.c10 or .facebook.com. This is the what? Backend name, but this name alias name is www.facebook.com, but this facebook.com mapping with what? This is the what? IP address. So now see that the same IP address, if you copy and paste it, so then what page is redirected? That is facebook.com, but I copied only IP address, but the page redirect automatically facebook.com. So that is the responsibility of Route 53, that is meaning of DNS server. So same thing our websites also. Okay, so now ns lookup www.rapidcloud.in. See that rapidcloud.in running with what? This is the what? IP address, but that alias name is what? This is. Okay, so now please understand everyone, the DNS server responsibilities are mapping, translates human names to what? IP address to human readable names. That is the responsibility of DNS. So now the end user no need to reach these URLs. Just type instead of this URL www.rapidcloud.in. That is the business URL. So I think you got it. What is the policy? What is the routing policy? What is the responsibility of Route 53? Are you clear, everyone? I'm asking, are you clear? Okay. So now I will go for the second routing policy, weighted policy. So what is the weighted policy? Route traffic to multiple resources improper operations that you specify. Guys, for example, I have two web servers. I have two web servers. This is the web server 1, this is the web server 2. But the more and more requests goes to web server 1 and web servers 2. But I want to transfer out of 100% traffic, 75% traffic goes to web server 1, 25% traffic goes to web server 2. Okay, I want to arrange. So some traffic, like most traffic goes to web server 1 and very 25% traffic goes to web server 2. Then how can you set the what? Weighted policies. That is called what? Weighted. Okay, so that is called what? Weighted policy. And where to keep the what? Weighted policy? So first, to remove the what? Existing record set, because you need to keep it only one record set. Again, create record set. Okay, now it is called what? Weighted policy. So weighted means the traffic is distributed to what? Maybe 50% is instance 1, 50% is instance 2, 80% is what? Web server 1, 20% is web test 2, like that. Okay, again, end user will reach www.rapidcloud.in. But here the record type is A only, and define weighted record. In that case, weighted record rapidcloud.in and choose endpoint. That is called what? IP address only. So now we have okay, we have 4 web servers. How to set the what? Weighted policy? For example, dev1 instance, copy the what? IP address and paste here. And then the routing policy is the what? Weight. So that weightage is 8 and 75% is the what? That is dev1. See that I set the what? Weighted policy, that is called what? IP address weighted policy. Then define weight record. Okay, the record ID, this is dev1. Then define weight. So first one is success. And now create record set 2. Create record set, that is weighted. And next, again we'll reach www.rapidcloud.in. So that is IPv4 or IPv6. That is fine. But record set type is IP address. So now my second weightage is the what? Instance 2. That is dev2. So in that case, 75% traffic goes to dev1 and 25% traffic goes to dev2. So like, what is that? Dev2. So now we successfully created 2 record sets. See that now record set successfully created. What are the record sets? Observe. So actually end user will reach www.rapidcloud.in only, but the policy type is weighted. So the differentiator 75% weightage is goes to this IP address, and remaining 25% traffic goes to this IP address. So means the traffic is divided to 75% is what? Dev1 instance, and 25% is goes to dev2 instance. This is called what? Weightage in operations. Okay, you want to set particular weightage to particular instance, particular web server, then we can use the what? Policy of weighted. And now the third important thing is latency policy. This is also important. Route traffic to an endpoint based on the user's latency to various endpoints. So what is the meaning? For example, guys, I have a one web server in India and one more web server in the USA. So two web servers are running. For example, one customer hitting the what request www.rapidcloud.in, for example, hitting the customer, maybe they are trying to access the what products. So that's why customer hitting the what www.rapidcloud.in. So then first route 53 verifies, so which server offers response with low latency. For example, the route 53 checking, okay, if I go for request India web server, it's offering 30 milliseconds, but USA web server offers 40 milliseconds. But which one is response immediately? 30 milliseconds India only. So that's why route 53 responsibility, the request transferred to directly India server only. So means route traffic to endpoint based on the what users latency. So which server offers with low latency, then route 53 immediately sending request to what nearest server. That is called what with a low latency server. So the customer anywhere in the world, but route 53 responsibility is the what the request sent to nearest. That is called what server offering low latency. Okay, so okay, this India server offers the what low latency, so that's why the request goes to 30 milliseconds server response. So then how to create it? Then again same procedure, you need to change the what record set only. Okay, I will delete the what again existing record sets. Okay, how to create record set? Here create record set. So then we can select the what latency, then select next option, write www.rapidcloud.in. Again define latency record, that is endpoint is the what IP address, just keep it the what that server IP address here, same thing, but you need to change the what backend, it is the what policy type only. But again you need to select the what two servers, one server is this is okay, define latency, and another server is one more. So same thing, you can keep it the what record sets, that is called what latency policy. And one more important thing, geolocation policy. So nowadays see that when you're trying to access the websites, okay, right now I am sitting on India, I'm trying to access Amazon website, for example, Amazon. If I type Amazon, it's open amazon.in only, see that it's open amazon.in only, but actually amazon.com is the what main profile. But when you sitting the what US, just type Amazon, it's open amazon.us only. So means that is the geolocation. Geolocation means route traffic to endpoint based on the what geographic location of the user. So my setting means what my policy is, USA customers able to connect only USA servers, Indian customers are connected to what India web server only. That is called what geolocation. So now right now I'm sitting on the what India, that's why type Amazon, it's contact directly amazon.in amazon.in only. But you sitting on the what Australia, just you type Amazon, it's contact to what amazon.australia something, and UK means what amazon.uk. So how it's a response web servers means, that is called what geolocation policies. So means this is the guy sitting on USA, so that's why he's contact to only USA server. Maybe you are the Indian person, you contact to what Indian server only. So then how can you setting up the what this kind of policies means? So again same procedure, create record set, just change the word policy name geolocation. I think you got it. So select the word policy types and geolocation, then next step, okay, you will reach www.rapidcloud.in only. Okay, the geolocation types, define geolocation record, the endpoint is the what IP address. Okay, this is the what test one is the what one web server. So this is located under the what, here is the what, maybe Asiana, Faspica, or like you can select the what location. Okay, these Asia guys are connected to what, this web server only, that is the meaning. But if I select the what, Mumbai region peoples, so like it is called Mumbai, is Asia is the what, Mumbai. Okay, this location is the what, Asia. So then what is the meaning? All Asian guys are connected to what, this web server only, that is the meaning. Then define a record set, like, okay, record ID, like Asia peoples. Okay, so the record successfully created. So like you want to create one more server, then create a what, one more record set, like, I think you got it, how to set up the what, peoples. So now see that ASA peoples are successfully connected to this web server. So that is one kind of location. But please understand here two important differences. Geolocation means users accessing the what, web resources based on the location only. But latency means not like that. Maybe you are anywhere in the world, but you will receive the what, response immediately from the what, low latency web server. That is the difference. And then the last one is very important, interuse failover policy. So that is route traffic to a secondary endpoint if the primary is unavailable. Very beauty. So actually see that users accessing the what, this load balancer URL over these two instances resources. But in case this elastic load balancer is failure, then what about my response? So then the Route 53 contact another website. Maybe that website is the what, bucket. Actually, you can create the what, one more web server here. But best idea is the what, S3 bucket is the what, secondary. Means the traffic goes to secondary if the primary is unavailable. That is failover policy. Once again, I will repeat. The traffic goes to secondary if the primary is unavailable. So the maybe primary websites are down, the Route 53 immediately consider the secondary website. Then how can you setting up the what, failover policy? That is called what, failover. Okay, S3 bucket is the what, good idea for secondary. See here, failover routing policy in a Route 53 record set, and S3 bucket can be used as a what, failover endpoint. So means you can use the what, S3 bucket is the what, secondary endpoint. But this can provide an extremely reliable backup solution if your primary endpoint fails. So this is the what, backup only. If the primary is unavailable, then the traffic goes to secondary. And even though S3 should only be used to static website hosting, so S3 static website hosting, it gives you the opportunity to provide your users with some type of information until the primary endpoint is working again. So that's why see that your websites and lot of things are what, like these backups. So for example, when you're trying to sending a money bank account to bank account, sometimes the right now this bank server is what, down now. So now after a few moments you will try it this, and maybe sometimes, so right now it is a bank server is maintenance mode. So now after a few moments you will try it. So now that kind of messages offers from this secondary only, because primary is the what, your main server, but secondary is the what, maybe they are giving the what, messages from the what, secondary web server. If the primary is, that is the point, see that it gives you the what, opportunity to provide your users with some type of information until the primary endpoint is working again. So you will forward the what, some kind of information to users until your primary website is working again. That is the meaning. But the node point is what, better to create the what, S3 bucket with your proper domain name only. So means your website is myproducts.com, create your bucket name is what, myproducts.com only. So that is the, for a DNS record to use an S3 bucket as an endpoint, the bucket name must be the what, same as the domain name. You want to set up the what, failover, you must create your what, bucket name with same as the domain name. Okay, first I will go for the what, my secondary endpoint, that is called what? S3. I want to create first S3 bucket. Okay, already my bucket name is what? www.rapidcloud.in is the bucket name. So just I click on the word bucket name. I want to set up the word permissions. So that is called what? Full permissions of the bucket. I will unblock the word permissions first, save changes, then confirm. And the next important thing, you must keep it bucket public. That is called what? S3 bucket policy. You write the what? You know that static website hosting. So now you are enabling the what? Static website hosting. So I need the policy for making bucket public. Actually, this is the policy. The policy is here. The bucket name is www.rapidcloud.in. Okay, this is my bucket name. I want to make bucket public. So now save changes. So now successfully edited bucket policy. Now my bucket is the word public. So now bucket is the word public. So first important thing this is. And you must enable the word static website hosting under the word properties. Under the properties, just click on the word static website hosting. So enable static website hosting, that is index.html and error.html. Click on save changes. Okay, this is the first important thing to enable the word buckets. Just 1 minute, guys. Okay, so now bucket successfully enabled. Then how can you write the word static, that is failover policy? So please be create first record set. So my policy type is the word failover. Policy type is the word failover. Then next option, end user will reach www.rapidcloud.in only, but record set type is that is a record set, that is fine, not IPv4. First my primary is record set A, that is fine, and define failover record, that is endpoint is my primary is elastic load balancer. So choose region Virginia. So my primary load balancer is my application load balancer. So then failover record type. here is the what I want to set the what primary only is the what load balancer. So as per rule, see that my primary is the what load balancer. In case primary is failure, then only the traffic goes to secondary. So that's why my primary is the what load balancer, application load balancer. Then define failover record, use west load balancer ID. So the load balancer ID is primary, and define failover and create records. So now my primary successfully created. This is the what failover primary. In case what is the secondary, then create record set, again failover, then next option, they will reach rapidcloud.in and define failover record here and choose location that is not primary is completed. Now secondary is my alias S3 website endpoint. So now S3 website endpoint is my secondary. So now choose region. That bucket is the what? Virginia region. So then what is the bucket URL? See that S3 website URL amazon.com, that is www.rapidcloud.in. So this is my secondary. This is my secondary. So S3 bucket is the secondary. Then okay, then define, that is the ID of the location secondary, then create record sets. So this is called what failover policy. So now two record sets are there. So the first primary is the what load balancer, then secondary is the what my S3 bucket. In case primary is down, then see that end user will visit www.cloud.in only, www.rapidcloud.in only. Then if the primary is down, then only website goes to secondary. So this is called what failover policies. But you want to create health checks. So here is the what health check options. Create health check option. So name of the health check, my domain, otherwise test domain. So that is endpoint. So mapping with, that is create health checks for IP address or domain name. I want to verify the what for domain name only. What is the domain name? www.rapidcloud.in only. So then here it is called path is index.html or keep it the what the path that you want to route 53 to request when performing health checks. The path can be any value for which your endpoint will return an HTTP status. Just leave it, don't need any path. And failover policies and everything is fine, that is just leave it, no need. Then click on next option. And any alarms for these health checks, so you want to create alarm means yes, create alarm. So that is called what send notifications. My topic name is what maybe S3 bucket. So in case the failover maybe failed, or it is called what any web server is down or something like, then you will receive the what alarms over the what topics, S3 topics. Then create health checks. So now health check successfully created. That is called what test domain. So the domain is what www.rapidcloud.in. So now after few minutes, the status is available. Now if I refresh that, so every time you can access the what your domain healthy or not, here you can check it. So in case red color is there, the domain is unhealthy. The green color is running, then domain is healthy. So easily you can find out your backend domain is healthy or not. So with help of the what health checks. So now try to access rapidcloud.in. Maybe you able to see the what again. This is welcome to Azure, welcome to AWS. In case if I delete the what, if I down the what primary website, you able to see the what S3 bucket information. So this is called what overall Route 53 section. Okay guys. Are you clear what about Route 53 session? So this is also very important session, and please read the what mainly record sets and policies, and more important interview questions. Even in the exam oriented, more questions on Route 53. The combination of load balancer and Route 53 is good idea.